Well, the impeachment scandal continues to heat up, thanks largely in part to all the hot air coming out of both sides in Washington. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi today announcing plans to hold a vote this Thursday on rules for potential impeachment procedures. The White House didn't like that news one bit and fired back in a statement, reading, quote, "We won't be able to comment fully until we see the actual text." But Speaker Pelosi is finally admitting what the rest of America already knew. The Democrats were conducting an unauthorized impeachment proceeding, refusing to give the president due process, and their secret, shady, closed-door depositions are completely and irreversibly illegitimate. House Intelligence Chair Adam Schiff made some headlines of his own today, telling ABC News that the president's former national security advisor, John Bolton, is, quote, a very important person in the ongoing probe. The impeachment issue quickly devolving into a choose-your-own-adventure novel with both sides believing whatever they want. So is it time for Democrats to shift or get off the pot? You see what I did there? Believe it. Here with me tonight, former speechwriter for George W. Bush and Fox News contributor, it's BIll McGurn. Let us learn with McGurn. Hallelujah. So this is very strange. Right. Nancy Pelosi said they're going to hold a vote on an impeachment inquiry. What does that mean? Right.
Well, we don't know. We haven't seen the text, and people are describing it in stories as she's formalizing the impeachment.
Is that
but
what's
I thought
happening?
that's what she said she did at the press conference.
Sure.
Right, when she declared that she was going ahead. Look, I think I have a column up now at the Wall Street Journal saying that one of Trump's advantages is how unfair the impeachment process has been to him. They've just disregarded all the precedents, all the rules. So the more, in some weird way, the more unfair the impeachment is, the better for Trump in the long term, because it makes it harder to get a conviction in the Senate, and it gives him a case to take the American people if he's not convicted, that the Democrats, disregarded all the rules.
What does al-Baghdadi's death do to the impeachment conversation? How much does it help the president, and what does it do to not only voters but Senate Republicans?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, as you know, these things have a half-life of about 30 seconds. I think in 2 days we'll move on from that. It's a big win for the president, but as people say, it's not the defeat of ISIS or something. So I'm not sure it affects impeachment. Look, these guys have made up their minds. They said they're going to impeach. Sure. And it's just a matter of whether they'll get it done by Christmas, as they hope.
And then what happens if they don't? It bleeds into an election year?
Right. I think they will get it done.
Look, this is short-sighted, because if you don't like the guy, in an election year, why not just wait till the election?
Exactly. Well, that's the better way to resolve it. Also, if you look at it, they're complaining. Mrs. Pelosi in her statement said the president's ignoring all the subpoenas and so forth, but she's not taking him to court. And she's not doing it for two reasons. One, I'm not sure she thinks she'll win because of the way the impeachment has proceeded. The second is she doesn't have the time. If you want to do it by Christmas, courts take time and so forth. So instead of saying we're going to take as long as it takes to get to the truth, they're saying we want the hanging done by Christmas, right? So we can enjoy our Christmas.
Impeachment is the engagement. Right. But this impeachment procedure resolution, that's a promise ring.
Right. Well,
you're
right. We don't even know what it is. We'll have to see it. She said that it's not necessary to have a vote. So why are we having a vote?
Well, also what they're doing is making it acceptable for every split House and presidency in the future to try and overthrow the other. I mean, it should just make it easy for, a Republican House if Liz Warren...
Well, that's the problem with not having a vote. You don't know when they have more powers under impeachment to get documents, compel documents, and testimony than they do under oversight.
So why wait?
Exactly. I think that they...
Do you think the president wants them to go forward with impeachment?
I think no president wants to be impeached because the risks are so high. It's a high war. However, look what happened to Bill Clinton when what they're forgetting is the public support is important. Jerry Nadler said this many times, that we have to be successful, we have to first convince a number of Trump voters that, yes, we need to do this.
I don't know that they've
They're not, the polls...
I don't remember seeing Democratic support for President Obama this high in 2011.
Right. It wasn't. It wasn't. But it's never been. It wasn't this high. It wasn't very high going into the election, right? I mean, clearly President Trump's campaign strategy is going to be to polarize and say, you might not like me, but he or she is worse than I am. Right? That's what worked last time.
Build the wall. They're going to steal your money. They're going to raise your taxes. They're going to take your stuff. You won't get to see a doctor. You're going to have to pay for ne'er-do-wells smoking cigarettes in community college. How you like me now?
I agree with that. I think we will have to do that.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I don't know that I want to do that.
Right.
I don't want to swaddle a bunch of babies who don't want to be in college.
Agree with you there.
Oh, BIll McGurn, that's why I love you. Thanks for coming by.
All right. Thank you, Kennedy.
Coming up.